This is my writing desk. I thought I'd just make a short little video of it to show you what I do when I have the time and when the dog isn't after me to play with him. And this is where I sit here and do all my short horror stories, where I do all my novels. I've got a uh, halfway decent microphone here that I use to narrate my books with. I'm just starting on that. I've narrated my first chapter of my very first novel. Um, it's going to take me a while to get through all the chapters. On top of that, background music has to be added in certain places. It has to be the right level and all that. And then all of that has to be edited, and then it has to be processed and sent in. I think it's called ACX. It's been a while since I looked into it. Uh, but anyway, I'm hoping that it turns out uh, halfway decent. I try to do it when everything's calm and quiet. Um, so if that works out good, then I'll do the rest of them because I'm missing out on a market if I'm not providing audiobooks to people, because there are just some people that just don't want to read or too busy to read, and they prefer to have an audiobook with them at the beach or driving to and from work or commuting, whatever, or on a plane, and uh, and so I don't want to miss out on that market. And I think that I have a good enough voice that uh, it will sound at least partly professional. Um, so with any luck, I'll get that done before the year's out, at least on the first book, because I'm still in between writing short horror stories, and I've just started a new project, and that is it's a new book that I've already titled due to I don't want to call it a dream or whatever, but it came to me during while I was sleeping, and I just instantly knew it was a good title. And so this is my new project, which is called The Devil at St. John's. And it concerns a certain little girl who some would at least wonder if they were possessed or not. And, uh, and she attends a Catholic school. I won't go into any further details than that. I've just started writing the book. I know where I'm going with it, but I don't want to give any more than that away. Um, so anyway, this is my little writing desk. There's not much to it. I don't need much. Um, all I need for my to record my books is my Audacity software, my microphone, and a desktop PC, and I've pretty much got everything that I need. Um, this is being recorded on my phone. However, I have a nice little, it's not very expensive, little 4K Ultra HD camera that I use on some of my other videos as far as haunted places. And the upcoming interview that I will have toward the end of August um, concerning author Carol Sissom. And so hopefully that will go through too. And I'll use the 4K Ultra HD camera for that. Eventually, though, I would like to get a very high quality camera, like a lot of the abandoned Urban X Explorers use, and they're they're very expensive. Um, but perhaps uh, maybe some shopping at some pawn shops will uh, uh, I'll be able to find something that's sufficient for my purposes, and that won't cost me an arm and a leg and my youngest child. So anyway, I just wanted to show you where my stories all began, and and where they continue to be formed. I have my little police mug here with my pens and an emergency cigar in it, and a picture of the 2003 IPD reserve unit that I belong to, now retired from just last October, and a stack of my books and my stereo speaker. So a lot of times I will listen to music, and if I'm not listening to specific songs, a lot of times I will use horror music. I guess you would call it background horror movie music. Not any specific titles, any songs, or anything like that. They're just they have effects, sound effects in them, and they just creepy music. And I'll use that on a low volume to kind of inspire my stories. And it does work. It gets for me anyway. It gets the juices flowing, and it sets the mood. And especially when I have the opportunity, when I can write at night, and the house is quiet, the dog is spending the weekend at my son's house, and so it can have for me it has quite an effect, and can really get me thinking terrifying things and doing horrible things to my characters and putting them through hell on earth. But then that's my job, isn't it? So anyway, I'll cut this short. I just wanted to let folks see what it is that I do, and a little bit of how I do it and where I do it at. Besides, I just poured myself a cup of coffee. I don't want to let it get cold. So anyway, this is Asa Swift, and I thank you for your time. I hope you will continue to watch my videos. Remember to share them. Press like if you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment if you wish. So anyway, thank you for your attention, and thank you for being a fan. If you've joined the Horror by Asa Swift fan page, which is on Facebook. Again, if you want to take a look at the books that I do have out right now on Amazon.com, you can go to asaswift.com. And let me see if I think I have them up here on top. This book here, Under the Hollow Veil, has got my short story in it called All Hallows Detour. And it's got a very surprise, shocking ending. Very creepy. I hope that I've outdone myself this year with the new one. This is my first book, The Devil's Cabin. Hell hath no fury. Hell hath no pity. That's where I got the second part of the title from. And the cover art was by Jack Evans. I believe he's from the UK, I believe. He's a fantastic artist, and he gave me permission to use his picture. He said it was very old, but I touched it up a little bit, changed a little bit of it, put the windows from yellow light to red light. Other than that, it's pretty much the same picture, maybe stretched a little bit. So he was very kind to let me use that, no charge. And this is my second book in dreams. Some Dreams Are Real. And it's about a horror author whose characters start appearing in real life, and they become real and threaten him and his family. And I think you'll enjoy that too as well. And I've got a third book that is about ready to be sent to my publisher once it comes back from my editor, and so that will be the third book. And I've got a second short horror story that hopefully will be out in this year's anthology, and it's called Idle Hands, which are the Devil's Playground. And I find that to be true, very true, not only in the story, but in real life, growing up as a teenager. Um, so anyway, that's what's going on. I'm working on my fourth book now. Again, the Devil at St. John's, and I hope that that's the best one yet. So anyway, I'm Asa Swift. Thanks for joining me.